Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Sage Thyme. I'm Lillian, and I'm glad you're here. I'm grateful that you are here, and I'm grateful that you're in this world. I love you, and it is always a good time to remember that you are loved and that you matter. So it's important you're here. Thank you. We're going to probably, I think, it sounds like, it seems like, who knows, it'll be wonderful. We are going to do today's preliminary reading before the reading with a little passage out of a book that I picked up years ago and read called Flying Lead Change. It's subtitled 56 Million Years of Wisdom for Leading and Living. And Kelly Wendorf, the author, I won't get too much into it, just an exceptional woman. I had the honor of speaking with her over the phone and having some really great conversations with her. And she's lived a real life, right? She's been through the things in big ways. And she has turned her creative passion into a very specific horse ranch. I hesitate to call it a horse healing ranch or an equine healing ranch because people that are doing that, there's all kinds of goofy things going on with that, but there's some really good ways too. And she worked with her own background in archaeology and I believe anthropology. Yes, anthropology as well, cultural anthropology around the world. Her own dark soul, dark night of the soul, and I would say even some shamanic journeys on her own. And she created this place here in the States where she cares for horses and um, is very astute in how she interprets and works with the messages that they send. And like all things, we have different ways and understandings and not always in total agreement or alignment, but I really like the bulk of what she's up to with this. And so I opened up the book, like we do, and found a little passage here on page 63. I'm going to read that, and it's more of a summary, and then I'm going to go back to the earlier page and read the preempt of what was going on that led up to this awareness, this understanding of her horses. So it starts off discussing her horse Artemis. And Artemis is a mare in her herd that has a very particular role, and her role is the leadership role. And so we'll just get into it, and I'll let the message reveal and unfold itself for you as it is meant to for you. So we'll go from there. I don't need to say and do all the things. This is your journey, which I think comes through in this. All right, here we go. Artemis models care by what she doesn't do. Caretake, run around, and micromanage everything. She is in much more of a state of being than doing. By her quiet presence, she regulates, keeps calm her nervous system, which in turn positively influences and regulates the nervous system of the whole herd. Nervous systems of all creatures, including ours, are designed to feel and influence other nervous systems. By standing quietly in a peaceful state, she manages the herd's well-being in a powerful way by creating a field of ease. Isn't that incredible? Yeah, I have so much I want to say, but I keep being told, let the listeners create their own interpretation. So I won't micromanage. I won't caretake. Okay, continues. Start to notice your internal state when you are taking care of another. Are you tense? Moving fast? Feeling rigid inside? Is it possibly a sign that you are caretaking instead of truly caring? When we caretake, we are wasting energy, running around the arena of our lives, trying to control the romping horses. Unwittingly, when we care for others in that way, we are holding them small, imagining they are not capable to learn their own lessons or do what is required. We disempower them rather than empower them. Plus, we add stress waves to the nervous system of the environment, creating more disease and tension for everyone involved. The more you practice caring like Artemis, the more love, spaciousness, ease, and presence will enter your life. You will have more energy. You will truly care better, and you'll empower others to do the same. And I truly love how this unfolds for her in words on paper. And this is Artemis, the herd leader, the mare, translating that information and that wisdom from her nervous system to her caregiver, Kelly Wendorf. So instead of maybe highlighting a lot of the points and telling you how you can interpret it, I encourage you to, at the end of this, or pause it now and re-listen at any point, re-listen to that couple of paragraphs and let it really soak in a few times. Maybe write some of the sentences down yourself and see how they unfold for you. And you can create an I am statement, something along the lines of, I am more powerful and a stronger contributor to the world by being in the core, calm, present truth of myself than by doing. Something like that. That's just a little rough draft. So we'll go back to the page before, and this is the context of what was going on with a family that had come to do some healing work with the horses. The family of 3 roamed around the arena, meeting each horse one by one. Cimarron, our infamous boundary pusher, was naturally all over them. At first glance, this seemed congenial. He rubbed his face all over Karen's coat, leaving her covered in white and black hair. He likes me, she said. I didn't reply. Cimarron followed them closely as they approached Artemis. He tried wedging himself between the family and her. The family accommodated and let Cimarron have his way, but Artemis instantly responded with pinned ears. He ignored her, so she tossed her head. He ignored her even more. In a flash, she leapt at Cimarron with teeth bared. He whirled away, leaving the family and Artemis to enjoy the space together in peace. Artemis exhaled and closed her eyes. For some time, the family stood with her in silence, while the other horses, including Cimarron, continued to play at the other end of the arena. Karen started to notice the differences between how she cared for her boys and how Artemis cared for the herd. If I were the mare in this herd, I'd be running around trying to make all the horses calm down. I'd be trying to control everything. Her boys giggled. Yeah, Eli joked, elbowing his mother. You'd be tearing off all your crab legs. And anyways, what good did it do to any of those water animals? Said Sam. The crab died. I think this is an inside joke. And the other guys just ended up in the water all messed up. Karen exhaled, half in defeat, half in relief. Frankly, I'm exhausted most days, but watching Artemis, she just made a small, efficient correction, then settled herself back into just being. It was all really easy. And she spends way more of her time just being than doing. And how does that feel to be cared for in that way? That she quickly and succinctly requested Cimarron to give you all space and then settled into just being with you? I asked. It felt amazing, said Eli. It felt so peaceful. Yeah, it did, added Sam. Mom, he hesitated. Sometimes all I want is to just be with you. I don't want to be all perfect and doing things all the time. There's your message, your book passage message. And I will see you in the upcoming reading. My love to you each and all. Ahom.